in a world where cinema reigns supreme. Join us on an epic journey through the silver screen. Welcome to What's New with Stu, a movie review, with your host Dave Stewart, a video podcast where every frame tells a story. Get ready for insights, laughs, and film debates. From blockbusters to hidden gems, we've got it all covered. Lights, camera, action. It's time for What's New with Stu, a movie review. And now your host, David F. Stewart.
How tall are you, Private?
Sir, 5'9", sir!
5'9". I didn't know they stacked shit that high. You trying to squeeze an inch in on me somewhere, huh?
Sir, no, sir!
Bullshit. It looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress. Where in the hell are you from anyway, Private?
Sir, Texas, sir!
Holy dog shit. Texas, only steers and queers come from Texas, Private Cowboy. And you don't much look like a steer to me, so that kind of narrows it down. Do you suck dicks?
Sir, no, sir!
Are you a Peter Pupper?
Sir, no, sir!
I'll bet you're the kind of guy that would fuck a person in the ass and not even have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around. I'll be watching you.
The immortal words of the late great Penny Hill. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, all. Welcome to another episode of What's New with Stu, a movie review. I'm your host, Dave Stewart. And in this episode, we're going to talk about one of my favorite war films ever made, Stanley Kubrick's 1987 classic, Full Metal Jacket.
Get up there, Pile! Pull! Pull, Pile, pull! One pull-up, Pile, come on, pull! You gotta be shitting me, Pile! Get your ass up there! Do you mean to tell me that you cannot do one single pull-up? You are a worthless piece of shit, Pile! Get out of my face!
Full Metal Jacket is a 1987 war film directed and produced by Stanley Kubrick from a screenplay he co-wrote with Michael Herr and Gustav Hasford. It stars Matthew Modine, R. Lee Ermey, Vincent D'Onofrio, Adam Baldwin. The storyline follows a platoon of U.S. Marines through their boot camp training at Marine Corps Recruit Depot in Parris Island, South Carolina. The second half portrays the experiences of the Marines during the Tet Offensive of the Vietnam War. The film's title refers to the full metal jacket bullet used by military servicemen. And when Full Metal Jacket came out in 1987, it was Kubrick's first movie since The Shining 7 years earlier. And of course, Kubrick considered one of the greatest directors of all time, even though he didn't make a lot of movies. And everybody was in hot anticipation of this film, which many thought was a classic. Now, I remember Siskel and Ebert were arguing about this, and one of the few times I disagreed with Roger Ebert.
Full Metal Jacket is too little and too late. It invites comparison with Platoon, and I'm afraid it suffers by that comparison.
It was a different film than Platoon. I don't know why Ebert didn't like it. I thought it was an instant classic. I remember seeing it in the movie theater, and it grabbed me from the opening shot. The men were getting their heads shaved, ready for boot camp. And of course, Full Metal Jacket basically starts off in Parris Island in a boot camp with this crazy drill instructor, Sergeant Hartman, and how they basically turn men into killers. That's really the whole premise of the film, if you really want to simplify it.
God has a hard-on for Marine because we kill everything we see. God was here before the Marine Corps, so you can give your heart to Jesus, but your ass belongs to the Corps. Do you ladies understand?
Sir, yes, sir!
And the first, I would say, 45 minutes of the film is just pure genius in the way it is done. It is pure entertainment.
You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human fucking beings. You are nothing but unorganized, grabastic pieces of amphibian shit. Because I am hard, you will not like me. But the more you hate me, the more you will learn. I am hard, but I am fair. There is no racial bigotry here. I do not look down on niggers, kites, wops, or greasers. Here you are all equally worthless.
Now, R. Lee Ermey, who plays the drill instructor Hartman in the movie, was originally hired as a technical advisor on the film. But whenever they would shoot him, well, the other actor, I guess, wasn't there to do his roles, and the actors needed someone to play off of. He would get dressed in the correct military attire, and he was so good, I guess eventually Kubrick hired him. And I think R. Lee Ermey wanted the role the entire time. In fact, the poor guy that didn't get the job has a small role.
I got you, mother! How can you shoot women and children? Easy! him so much. Ain't war hell?
But R. Lee Ermey, of course, is this key to the success of the first half of the film. I hate to describe his performance as hysterical, but it is. He's so funny, outlandish, and the things that he says.
Did your parents have any children that lived?
Sir, yes, sir.
I bet they regret that. You're so ugly you could be a modern art masterpiece. What's your name, fat body?
Sir, Leonard Lawrence, sir.
Lawrence what, of Arabia?
Sir, no, sir.
That name sounds like royalty. Are you royalty?
Sir, no, sir.
Do you suck dicks?
Sir, no, sir.
Bullshit, I'll bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Sir, no, sir.
I don't like the name Lawrence. Only faggots and sailors are called Lawrence. From now on, you're Gomer Pyle.
Sir, yes, sir.
There's no backstory. There's no way to make him to see sympathetic. Hartman basically is just almost like a weapon that is being used by the Marines to train men to be killers. It's that simple. Very cold, but very funny. Some of the lines that I'm sure R. Lee Ermey, I think, supposedly improvised a lot of the scenes I'm going to show you in this film. I mean, some are just classic.
Private Pyle, why is your footlocker unlocked?
Sir, I don't know, sir.
Private Pyle, if there is one thing in this world that I hate, it is an unlocked footlocker. You know that, don't you?
Sir, yes, sir.
If it wasn't for dickheads like you, there wouldn't be any thievery in this world, would there?
Sir, no, sir.
Get down!
Now, of course, there's always that one guy that can't get with it, and that, of course, is Private Pyle, Vincent D'Onofrio's character, famously, of course, ridiculed throughout the movie.
What is that, Private Pyle?
Sir, jelly donuts, sir.
Are you allowed to eat jelly donuts, Private Pyle?
Sir, no, sir.
And why not, Private Pyle?
Sir, because I'm too heavy, sir.
Because you are a disgusting fat body, Private Pyle.
Sir, yes, sir.
From now on, whenever Private Pyle fucks up, I will not punish him. I will punish all of you. Now get on your faces. Open your mouth. They're paying for it. You eat it.
1, 2, 3, 4. I love Marine Corps. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love Marine Corps.
There's a breaking point in the film, and that's when Hartman basically challenges the rest of the platoon to make Gomer Pyle see the error of his ways. And they basically perform a code red on. That scene obviously changes Gomer Pyle, and of course it results in the final confrontation between Hartman and Gomer Pyle is a stunning one.
Lock and load! Order! This is my rifle! There are many like it, but this one is mine!
You will place that rifle on the deck at your feet and step back away from it. What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
And like, wow, that first 45 minutes you're laughing a lot, but then you're not laughing at the end. And in the second half of the film, as the Matthew Modine's character, who I would guess you would say is the main character, a private joker, because he's always kidding around. Him and Hartman have a funny scene early in the film when they first meet.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian, private joker.
Sir, yes, sir!
Private joker, why did you join my beloved corps?
Sir, to kill, sir!
So you're a killer?
Sir, yes, sir!
Let me see your war face.
Sir!
You got a war face?
Ah!
You don't scare me. Work on it.
Sir, yes, sir!
And Joker, in the second half, is now off to Vietnam, and he is a journalist. He gets a job writing for Stars and Stripes.
In strategic terms, Charlie's cut the country in half. The civilian press are about to wet their pants, and we've heard even Cronkite's going to say the war is now unwinnable. In other words, it's a huge shit sandwich, and we're all going to have to take a bite.
Does this mean that Anne Margaret's not coming?
And him and Rafterman, who's his cameraman, are told after the Tet Offensive to basically go and interview the people that survived that battle.
Marine, what is that button on your body armor?
A peace symbol, sir.
What is that you've got written on your helmet?
Born to kill, sir.
You write born to kill on your helmet and you wear a peace button. What's that supposed to be, some kind of sick joke?
No, sir.
What is it supposed to mean?
I think I was trying to suggest something about the duality of man, sir.
Son, all I've ever asked of my Marines is for them to obey my orders as they would the word of God. We are here to help the Vietnamese because inside every gook there is an American trying to get out.
And he runs into one of his own buddy from Ellis Islands called Cowboy. And it's really great to see them get back together again. There's a lot of funny, interesting characters in the second half of the film.
What do I think about America's involvement in the war? Well, I think we should win.
I mean, we're getting killed for these people, and they don't even appreciate it.
Can I quote LBJ? I will not send American boys 8,000 or 10,000 miles around the world to do a job that Asian boys ought to be doing for themselves.
I wanted to meet interesting and stimulating people of an ancient culture and kill them. I wanted to be the first kid on my block to get a confirmed kill.
And again, one of the criticisms from Ebert was that he thought it looked too fake, the backgrounds, because it wasn't like Platoon. And Gene Siskel made the point, well, it's urban warfare.
The fighting here is a different kind of fighting than in Platoon. It's city fighting, and it looks different. And it's a whole different war. And he's playing this film, I think, at a whole nother level.
It's one of their best arguments they've ever had on the show. I think Full Metal Jacket just rocked in both halves. I mean, the first half sets you up for the second half, and it basically works as we see Joker's transition going from a basic recruit into being a Marine.
I gotta get back in the shit. I ain't heard a shot fired in anger in weeks.
You listen to Joker, new guy. He knows TT. Very little. You know he's never been in the shit because he ain't got the stare.
The stare?
The 1,000-yard stare. A Marine gets it after he's been in the shit for too long. It's like you really seen beyond. I got it. All field Marines got it. And you'll have it too.
Don't listen to any of Payback's bullshit, Rafter man. Sometimes he thinks he's John Wayne.
One of the things about both Platoon and Full Metal Jacket is that war is hell. I was going to do a podcast where I ranked the greatest war films of all time, but I will say it's definitely in my top 3. I just think this movie works on so many levels, and that's the genius of Kubrick, of course, being a great director. And, of course, the final scene of the film, and it's a very powerful scene, Cowboy gets shot. And Siskel and Ebert even argued about this scene, where Siskel thought it was one of the greatest, most powerful kill scenes he's ever seen on film.
Murphy, this is Cowboy, over.
Holy shit, that's never gonna quit! Get the fuck out! Hey, get a Christian! Get out of here! Oh, son of a bitch! Going home.
I have never felt a kill in a movie quite like that, ever, in any Vietnam film.
Not in Apocalypse Now, not in The Deer Hunter.
Not like that. Not like that.
I agree with Gene Siskel's assessment on that scene. I found it powerful too, and that camera kind of zooms in. It feels like the ball enters you, and I totally agree. And then, of course, now Joker goes through his transformation. The first time I saw this film, I didn't really think about it as Joker's transformation. I just it's a war film, and I thought it was enjoyable as much as a war movie could be, and obviously it didn't make war fun.
That sniper's just trying to suck us in one at a time! Damn it! No! God damn it! Ceasefire! Man, fuck ceasefire! Fuck this shit! I'm going in to bring him out! No, you sit the fuck down! God damn it!
I think Truffaut said, the director, that you can never make a great anti-war film because war is too exciting and too exhilarating. You see Full Metal Jacket, I don't think you say to yourself, gee, I want to be there, especially in Vietnam. I think Kubrick, like Stone did in Platoon, was very successful in making a great anti-war film. And of course, again, going back to Joker, He is transformed after his friend Cowboy is killed. They find the sniper who killed him. They find it's just one person, a single sniper, and they realized it's just a woman. As Joker is standing over her, and you can see it in his eyes. Matthew Modine was excellent in this film. You realize that Joker has been changed forever. He will never be the same person he was before this happened. He makes a little soliloquy at the end of the film.
I am so happy that I am alive, in one piece, and short. I'm in a world of shit. Yes, but I am alive, and I am not afraid.
Just a great ending to an incredible film that will make you sit there and think a lot about what you saw. By the way, I just want to mention another thing. It is a disgrace that in 1987, Full Metal Jacket was not nominated for Best Picture and Kubrick was not nominated for Best Director. Full Metal Jacket has to be nominated. I'm sorry. It's one of the biggest oversights in Oscar history. I think after the success of Platoon, they felt like, listen, we've had our fill of Vietnam films, let's move on. But when a film like this by a great director like Kubrick is made, you got to give it the attention it deserves. And Full Metal Jacket should have been nominated for Best Film and got Kubrick a Best Director nomination in 1987. A travesty that it didn't happen. This film is very powerful and highly entertaining. And I highly recommend you go see Full Metal Jacket, the classic by Stanley Kubrick. And in the immortal words of the late, great Benny Hill, good night, viewers. Good night, all. We'll see you next time, and we'll see you at the movies.